Hello, boys and girls. My name is Koyoshi1907. I remember the numbers this time. And you're watching my 100% blind playthrough of Metroid Prime 4 Beyond for Nintendo Switch 2. By the way, did I forget to mention this could have been a different game, but Nintendo canceled it when they originally announced it? Yeah, I forgot to mention that. There's been a lot of theories what the original game would have been. Maybe we can comment on what that might have been, but I'm not going to talk about it because right now we're playing this game. And in the last video, we left off getting the super missiles. So we finally have all the Arcane upgrades. The only thing we're missing is power bombs and whatever these two Samus veins are. And then we'll be fully upgraded in terms of vein stuff. The remaining parts of that seem to just be tied to the green energy now, more than anything. And then there's still Amiibo, which we haven't done at all, and other random stuff. It could be possible the other question mark might just be later area, or it might be only exclusively access from Amiibos, but I don't think there is. Anyway, in the last video, we left off. What can I say, really? We really left every one of our friends behind at different points, but they also helped us to get to certain points as well. But in exchange, we had to leave them all behind. All just for a Vazzy teleporter key. And we know that we're gonna probably have to fight another big boss to access that. So let's just get into the battle. Because it seems like whenever we can... Okay, maybe we could just grab the teleporter key. It does look like it's right there. I don't think so. I think we're gonna have to fight someone. Oh, huh? Yeah, it just vanished, right? Yeah. Nice fake out game. But I knew that there was gonna be a boss here. Oh, that's the large Griever, I guess. That's where the large Griever ended up. So, we have, just like the Omega Pirate from the original game, we have the Omega Griever in this game, interestingly enough. Nice reference game. Alien Morphology, or Omega Griever, already the largest, strongest variant of a Griever. This creature has been thoroughly enhanced by absorbing incredible amounts of green energy. It could climb along vertical surfaces and spit large volumes of poisonous fluids. Frontalized skin makes most of its volume, making all but its abdomen resistant to beams, missiles, and other weapons. Blah 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 blah. Could be the XX predator of the Great Mind's ecosystem. The large shark claws on its two pairs and legs pierce stone, allowing it to move more quickly around the Kiwas. Geosorphin has caused portions of it to undergo keratinization, becoming immune to all types of weapon damage. Damage is dealt by unkernable portions of analyzed portions of its body. Can overload subneural systems and muscles, crushing its nervous systems and briefly rendering it unconscious. Damage to cell organ on its abdomen, while unconscious, can quickly prove fatal, meaning it probably should force us to use the super missiles now, but the problem is they also caused more Grievers to show up before. Damage dealt to unkernized portions of its body can overload its subneural yada yada. Okay. Let's try ice first, I guess. Jeez, it's so fast. Okay. Okay, almost all of our attacks except... Okay, we need to use our shot for once. Our ice and elementals don't even work on this, so we're pretty much just slowly doing that. I just realized we have to kind of slowly take out this dude. The only way we can hit him is with Charge Beam. So our Charge Beam from earlier is now going to help us out. That's the only way we can hit him otherwise. Alright. Whatever. We can't use our shots. We can't use our elemental stuff either. Or, I never tried to thunder and fire yet. Okay, no. I think our safest bet, honestly, is to just spam charge shots at its face. Get some good damage on it while it's doing that ability. Maybe we can take it out by surviving long enough. It's just constantly moving towards us, huh? Okay, using that special aim might come in handy here. Okay, this time we avoided that. That's ideally what we want. I like how the only way we can really truly damage this is if our standard beam shot, which we haven't used since the start of the... Oh, wait a minute. We're not supposed to be hitting the green thing. We're supposed to be hitting its side legs. Then lay a bomb at its feet to make it jammed up. Oh, that was quick. It did not last for long. If it was at all. Oh, we can hit it a little bit better if we hit it in the back or its legs. Oh, now it has its friends back again. Okay, his friends aren't resistant to missiles. Oh, we might have to use... I'm just waiting for it to do something. Okay, it's not like it mattered. We couldn't even do anything, even if we tried. This boss is a lot more intense than the other ones we've seen, because it's in the last area of the game. That takes way too long to activate. We have to just use our normal shot stuff. Okay, well, super missiles are indeed its weakness, or so I found out. So we need to somehow reveal that point and then hit it with a super missile to actually start damaging it good. I think we have a lot of energy tanks, otherwise we'd be down to around health. Another boss where we probably want to just spam the crap out of our dodge roll. We may even need to use our ball form at some points to get out of the way. I haven't really mentioned a lot up to this point, but sometimes if it gets really hard, you can use the boost ball to dodge certain attacks. So the boost ball is like a weird cheat, and also helpful if the Griever ever gets close to you. You can just blow him up. Yeah, if the Griever ever gets too close to you, you can use the boost ball as an extra cheat to get rid of it. Oh, it's slowly removing its weakness points, making it trickier and trickier. Why are they all just exploding for no reason? Alright, back to... Okay, well that gave us at least a full energy tank extra to work with now. So slowly but surely, it loses more and more of its weak points, becoming excessively much harder to actually hit anything. It gets to a point where we have to start precise aiming at specific parts we know will hit, kind of limiting our options. Maybe missiles could work. I keep dodging. I can't even do anything. It's just wearing us down, and I don't like it. Oh, come on. Okay, well, that was enough to knock it down. This might be the one fight we died to. If it is, then it's fine, because I'll know exactly what to do later. You just need to avoid more attacks and get used to boost falling more. A lot of it is just mixing up doing normal charge stuff and using boost ball when it's charging more. Oh. Ah! What a trap. Whoa. Oh, we just have to hit him? What a trick that was. I didn't know they could even fake out. It left its thing or item collection on its tongue when we hit it, but then when we tried to go for it, it just trapped us in an area instead. Okay, that time we did that attack the way we should have done before. Yeah, if I didn't like Grievers before, and then I definitely don't like them now. I knew it. So that whole time, that first part there was just a fake out. In reality, we needed to take it to this phase anyway, so no matter what we would have done, all that would have happened was we would have had to do this phase again anyway. Almost got it now. Still can't believe it. Out of all the stuff we could have been using, the charge beam is the only thing that actually works. That actually makes this a very interesting boss fight, because you can't just cheese it by throwing weaponry like every other thing. Instead, you have to use bombs and other stuff to get rid of it, and now it actually died because we actually drained its hell. So that first time it did the 10 thing, that was a full fake out. It was just designed to trap us so we could ultimately get destroyed, but we escaped from that, and somehow with just a little bit of HP left, we got missiles. By the way, assuming double damage, every time we get below half health, a hard mode equivalent, assuming double damage, would have killed us. So that means in hard mode, that would have been a death, and we would have had to restart the entire fight again and play it better. But it's not, because we're in normal mode, and we had a lot of energy tanks anyways. So we got the Psychic Power Bomb, finally. This is a powerful, diffused oscillation blast wave of psi energy when detonated. Only 1 Psychic Power Bomb can be placed at a time. While Morph Ball mode, use a Psychic Power Bomb to give both properties. Properties to a Psychic Power Bomb, press and hold R. Okay. Now we can actually go to the key part. Enchilada activated for Sacred Sign. Rest will appear if a diffused oscillation blast of psychic energy can activate all 4 nodes at once. Mind Geek kills by emergency of Charles are made of gray and the straws valve virus. Gyros are only destroyed by the diffused oscillation blast. So now we know that means use power bombs. Okay. Oh, so we could move it anywhere we want. Okay. Well, we found that puzzle trick done. That was definitely an interesting fight. I found that a lot more enjoyable than the other ones. The other ones just seemed way too easy in most cases. They involved either just spamming the same move over and over again, doing other stuff. This one was more classic Metroid. Missiles didn't work. Fire and elemental shots did nothing, and the only other thing that actually worked was our charge beam. So we literally just had to spam basic beam until he took them out. So if you don't have charge beam boost, this fight gets really tricky. Master Teleporter key now acquired. One of the teleporter keys acquired to activate the Master Teleporter and Chrono Tower. All 5 keys have now been collected. Open menu and check my device. Yada 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 for more information. Alright. Guess we're doing this. So we finally have our power bombs at last. So now we can go back and start collecting power bomb stuff that we couldn't collect from earlier. Which is fun, because we definitely needed more of those. Although the game did give us a free refill. It was a boss fight. It would be silly not to save afterwards. Already had 1 death, like I said before. We don't want to have another. So of course we're gonna go back first, get this stuff done, and then go out to here. Oh, how weird! The scout pot is now down. The eternally cease functioning. Repair replacement will be acquired to restore function. Well, we already that's fine. We already activated him. Still, that's a little odd that it still does that. Alright. Okay, then. How do we get out of the area now? Well, I guess now we have to activate this. So anytime we get these explosion stuff, that's when we have to use them. I see. Alright. Alright, game. Elevators disengaged and power restored. Normal elevator operations resumed, and its retail terminal is now operational. Okay. The question is, how do we get back here now that we've gotten that? We couldn't have gone through there without power bombs, but how do we go back there if the door is blocked? We're probably gonna have to go back another longer way or go down through a whole maze to start collecting that stuff. The big thing is, though, we've gotten most of the items now, so now we have to go back through this area again to get the items that we missed here. Which we had to leave behind because of our friends, some other stuff, and other things. For now, I guess we should probably call the elevator and see what happens then. Since we don't seem to have much choice otherwise. Oh, here we go. At least.
You didn't think we were dead, did you?
I never thought so.
A couple Grievers to bring us down.
Try a couple hundred. You did good, kid.
Yeah.
All that training paid off.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, and Veal is also with us.
I thought you were up top. What happened to your arm?
Stamets required assistance, but I was attacked by Grievers. I regret I could not be more helpful. My body sustained heavy damage.
We get what we came for. All right. We're burning daylight. Let's get a move on.
Yeah, so we're forced to back outside. But we'll also have to go back inside very quickly.
All right. Knuckle up.
We still don't know what happened, because half of them got left up here. Oh.
Griever, you...
Corporal. It's good to see you.
Oh, you're so... Oh.
Did you find what you were looking for down there?
We have obtained the final teleportation key.
Okay. All we gotta do now is punch through that force field. Mackenzie, you read me?
Loud and clear, Sarge. Where you been?
We found the key. Headed home now.
Alright.
Unfortunately, I require maintenance.
Oh, you're in luck. I'm running a special on bot repair. Come on back and I'll fix you up.
Alright.
We'll keep the kettle on.
Alright. So we got first outside here because of the teleporter stuff, but now we're gonna do something even more crazier. We're gonna head right back on in, because as you know, we are playing 100% completion of this game. And the only way to do that is to go back to each area of the game and go to each area one at a time. The big difference now is we can choose which level we want to go to now. So because of that, we're just gonna go straight back into the mines. I know we just left this area, but now we have to go straight back in. Only this time, no teleporter saps, no super large grievers to fight necessarily. We just need to go back and do other stuff now. And now that that gate's been busted open, we could go back in the way we came. Elevator. Rains heavy machinery. You activate it in order not touch the hologram to activate it, then select to 4. Controls the elevator. Security rooms removed. It's now fully functional. Alright. Got it. So now we get to go through the entire area we literally just explored again. Except this time, we're gonna grab some items along the way. If anybody has been watching 100%, you probably won't be shocked to find that we're going back down here because, well, to be fair, we had to go through here anyways in order to acquire all the items. So, yep, time to begin the first part of backtracking in this mines, and because we got all the good items, we can just head right back in and grab all the items we had to miss. The first one we're going to grab is over here on the side area next to this drill. I can't get it from there, then that means we probably have to get it from the other end. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to go over the wall and over to the other side to get to this right. Although, I kind of don't know how we're gonna do that, because we kind of jumped the gap before the... Well, no time at the present. Guess we'll just try out our new power bomb explosion instead. Alright, well, that worked. But, just like before, if we use any ice stuff, we get more Grievers to sun. So yeah, in case you haven't already noticed, this game's cheeky mechanic is every time you do anything reasonable that causes a massive explosion, power bombs are now included in that too, apparently. Well, okay, well that's actually cheeky, unfortunately. We cannot actually go back there because the only other area we went to before had an explosion that locked off pretty much the entire area, which in itself got locked away because of a Griever explosion. I don't know what I was thinking with that setup, honestly. I think the more sensible solution now is to actually just go to each level one at a time. I just wanted to have fun. I wanted to see if I could do other stuff. So, that leaves us with only one option right now. If we want to safely get through the whole area, we need to start with Mines Level 1 and work our way down. Oh, there's a whole other area up top we haven't even seen, apparently, yet. Looking at it now, you could just see how many stuff we have locked behind other stuff. Alright. Oh wait, what am I doing? This has to be on the outside. There's no other spot it could be otherwise. I think I saw this maybe when we were first coming down here, but we couldn't get to it because we needed something else, I think, to get to it. In reality, we could have just gone up here. So interesting. Now we went from doing nothing to now we're actually going to go back around the second time just to grab the items we missed. Okay, nice puzzle for another missile expansion. I got just like an AR game, we're still getting a lot more missiles than we are other stuff. To be fair, missiles are the most important part of the game, so I guess it makes sense that we have to get so many in the first place. Okay, the biggest difference is we don't have to do the side puzzle again. Before, we had to do a weird long morphball puzzle just to get over here. Involved spider ball and all sorts of stuff. Now we can just boost ball through everything. And yeah, I get to see a familiar sight where we are once again going to be boost balling through almost everything. The only difference now is we need to use ice stuff now as we go along. And diffused oscillation bats of psychic energy. So basically, anytime we have to use that, we have to either fight more mobs, fight more other mobs, or we're gonna probably, what we're probably actually gonna end up doing is, because infinite fighting I don't like, I'm just going to skip it. The reason why we couldn't do it before is because we had to protect all those friends from earlier that we had to basically go and get our stuff done. Oh yeah, and we did reunite with all the bots and Tubaki as well. Alright. Car release if scanned, providing latch access. A forceful blow to remove this hatch, making the cargo accessible, okay? Of course, just straight up knowing where all the expansions are might help you to not have to return as far, but keep in mind, we have to return to some of this anyways. Because of oscillation stuff. Alright, oh, here we go again. Except this time we have a different item. Alright, so anytime we have to destroy that, that basically means more enemies to fight. The reason why I say technically infinite Grievers, it's more like a trigger, I guess. So basically, if we get any form of extra sound set up, we just have to fight tons more enemies, which could then lead to other enemies. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, wait, we have to fall down this anyway. So basically, the permanent way we're going to be doing these rooms because of what we just talked about is we're going to do the new speedrun strategy, which now that we no longer have to protect anyone, we can do the smarter thing of just running away from all those stupid Grievers like we've already been doing a lot of. Because each time we move to the next move, it considers it a new area and we no longer have to fight them. So, no shocker there, we once again are avoiding every single enemy and just boost falling to get to the next area as quickly as possible. If you didn't know about the boost fall by now, then this would probably be more painful fighting you would have to do. Instead, we're just boost falling for the entire room. Okay, the only difference is we have to delay a bit because there is another secret we can get here. Okay, now by using ice, we dispatch those safely. And now we need to use bombs to summon even more. So pretty much any time we have to use that to get an expansion, we get an expansion, but we summon more enemies in response. That's basically how this area becomes extra trolly. It's just infinite enemies. Okay, well, we could still boost into them like we could with the other Grievers, so that also helps out a bit. Alright, well, seems we've been going down good so far. A lot of this is one way, so if we ever do mess up a mine setup, we'll have to go back in and try again. Those weeds don't even do much damage, so if you boost for them, you can get through very quickly. And into the second level now, which has these new generic transitions now that we don't have any other secrets anymore to get. And we're gonna skip these bees too. Pretty much anything we're doing under here is gonna involve mostly just skipping and doing other stuff. I also just realized the music changes to have this weird eerie feeling that you're hearing right now to kind of warn you that there are Grievers nearby. How interesting. Anyways, I was really hoping I wouldn't have to do this through the full way, but yeah, the game wants to be hard, so yeah. What a shocker, we have to go for this area twice. Once without our upgrades, and then once a second time, all just to actually use our upgrades to get through this and collect all the items. Which means we end up exploring grapevines at least twice. Sometimes more if we ended up missing anything on the way there. Though the idea is we collect all the scans and stuff we missed on our second visit, though. By the way, because we're getting so close to the scan percent, it makes the most sense now that we have all the tower keys, all shenanigans, and other nonsense, to just use our scan logbook to give us a hint of where we need to go. I wonder if the scan logbook has a way to let you know what to do, though I haven't really checked. I've never actually selected a question mark one before. So we have this one that says locked. Okay, we can't check which one's missable. So just like the original Metroid game, you have to be... I mean, the original Metroid Prime. We just need to use our icons based off of where they are on the map to figure out, oh, this is where I missed this. We should go back and collect this specific item. Oh, what am I doing? We can't go for this puzzle area just yet. We need to actually do stuff in here, I think. Okay, it wasn't in the caves this time. Which means it did not trigger enemies to appear. So they only appear if you're in the cave itself. But in the mine facility, it's resistant to powerful explosions. But you can use whatever you want and you'll be fine. Which is very helpful to know. I wish I had known that sooner when I was first going down here. Well, what am I kidding though? I already mentioned that I knew what this was. Also, we can recall the elevator now whenever we choose to, but we're not going to, because in order to get the other upgrades, we have to go down all the normal floors anyways. So our only option is to just take these linear paths and slowly but surely go down. And now we know this Griever mid we have to avoid. We can't sell it at all, so it's just another obstacle for us to avoid. I think there's an enemy in here. Oh, jeez. Be helpful if I actually use the right top type. Okay. Even in areas where we're not fighting, it seems like we'll constantly have a lot of Grievers to deal with. Alright. We had to do all that just to cause a big bomb thing to pop up. For some reason, only one Griever came that time instead of multiple. Okay, we got this thing finally. Okay, I need to pause and figure out my direction here. Well, this is a dead end, so we don't want to go here. We need to go probably over there. So we're already facing the right direction. So now we're going to do the classic strategy. Remember the one I just mentioned before? Yeah. Like I said, that's a strategy we're going to be using a lot. Just going in, briefly collecting items, and then just ignoring the entire room and getting out. Okay, I'm dumb. It would help if I don't go into the same room, you know, like a dingus. I was already in the right area, I just needed to move further left. Jeez, I'm a silly buzz. Of course, we can't skip all the enemies. At some point, we're gonna probably have to start fighting them, which we're gonna do now instead. We're gonna try and use our charge beam to destroy these people and see if we can get a power bomb to drop. Guess not. Alright. Okay, we might have to actually fight Grievers, but we can also force them to appear, so we'll always have power bombs as long as we fight them all the time. Oh, that was weird. Somehow we dodged that Griever by just teleporting onto that side. That's not the way I wanted to do that, but that's fine. That was close. I nearly dropped off the side. I was trying to grab this stupid grapple thing. These things can be so tricky to grab sometimes, man. Alright. Did it the easier way this time, just for fun. Now until all three. Done basically the same way we did before. This one will probably look a little different because we can go different areas now. Okay, this one at least gave us a power bomb expansion now. So this is our first power bomb expansion we collected of the game. Okay, we should probably actually ice these dudes. We need to, because we kind of need to have our ammo. Who knows? They might drop power bomb ammo. We don't know yet, but we're running really low on power bombs. A similar problem happened in the original game too. Maybe this thing will give something. If we get at least one, we're probably not going to do this any more than we need to. Okay, well, I guess nothing's happening. So I guess we just need to be very careful. I see. So this is where you would fight the bigger versions of the Grievers again. Ah! It'd be helpful if you get out of my freaking way. As you know, we don't want to fight those guys. Already fought them more than once. We're not going to fight them again. That's an enemy we definitely want to ignore if we can. Oh, maybe it's these specific enemies that can get... Oh my gosh, it'd be nice if he actually gave something. He gave one item, and then he's not giving anything else. Okay. Punishers re and be a diffused off oscillation mass, meaning more power bombs. And another big Griever. So pretty much every spot where we had a big Maul Griever before. And once again, we're skipping the Maul Griever by just ignoring it. Because as you know, Maul Grievers are really painful to fight, and I do not want to waste my time and energy fighting more of them when we could just skip them and head over here instead. Okay, perfect. We finally got that done, and now here's the big difference. Instead of going that other random way, gosh who knows where, we're gonna scan this and find out yet another power bomb is required. Pretty much every time we do that, we have to fight infinite Grievers again. I only say infinite because, like, as long as you keep using missiles, they'll keep coming indefinitely. But that's fine. We got rid of them. Alright, time for a frame. So the big difference now is, instead of going the other way, which was a one-way gate which we can't return from, we're going this way, which will give us an all-new puzzle that we now have to take out. This is where our last item in the grapevines can be found. And for once, we don't have to worry about any monsters. It's just another boost ball puzzle from the looks of it. Have to destroy that thing blocking the gate, but otherwise it's just sailing up to the gate until we eventually reach where we need to be. Okay. Don't know why we would want to go up top. and another bomb jump to get what hopefully is our last energy tank of the entire game. So now we have all the energy tanks in the game. That also means we should have collected everything in the grapevines. I'll just check different areas to make sure. Yep, okay. So literally, we were forced to do this area twice. Once the long way by having everyone, stay behind, is what I'm gonna call it now, to help us go further. And now the second time we just go in by ourselves, all just for some upgrades now. So we had to go through this entire area twice, all just to get, all the collectibles. And only now we can finally access the remaining stuff. My golly. And maybe now we could start getting the mechanical parts too. Also, now that we have the weird decisive occultation blast and super missile stuff, we can finally get the remaining green energy crystals. So the rest of our percentage is probably going to be just going around collecting the green energy crystals so we can see what upgrades we get from finishing it off. What does this say now? Energy converter activated. Security vendor disengaged. Okay, that's all it said. Alright. Alright. I don't know about you, but I've just about had it with this area. I'm just glad we were able to do it all in one try, but now we have to go back and collect all the different items. But we still don't even know how to get the other stuff. At the very least, we shouldn't have to return to the grapevines anymore, and I think the way I'm going to do this now is as follows. Backtrack and do very specific tasks that allow us to get to 100% scan, or as close to it as possible, except for those two entries I mentioned earlier, which should be either 98 or 99% once done. Then once that's set up, we're all ready to take on the final boss with 100% scans. And then, on top of that, we're gonna also do other various features. Also, now we can go up here and do this secret, which we couldn't do before. Oh, it feels so nice being able to use that and not trigger more enemies to show up. It's almost like we're so used to enemies appearing after that happens. It's like, oh, it's so nice to finally not have to do anything. Okay, this makes more sense. Okay. Alright. Okay, so now he tells us we just have to go throughout the areas again and collect all the stuff. I, however, am not going to even do any of that. I'm just going to head to a save point, ideally. After getting out of the Great Mines, of course, because I didn't want to be in that area again. That area was already annoying enough. I don't think we need to see that area again for a while. Unfortunately, there's not really a good spot to find a save point, and the only other one is in the middle of a valley, so I think I'm going to actually go to my next destination a bit earlier. What's my next destination, you ask? Well, it's actually Fairpool again. Remember that area from earlier? Yeah, we're going back there again. That's because apparently we need more other stuff. Do we actually need all the crystals? I have no idea. I think we just need to grow the memory fruit enough. Well, getting that third upgrade certainly helped out, I will say. So how do we even collect the mech parts? That's the part I never noticed. Maybe you just needed to do a... Okay. Apparently he also tells us when we're close to a mech part. Alright. Destroying the power cell will not damage the contents. What in the world? Why is it making noises? It just took the feint and ran off.
That creature just swallowed a mech part. Don't let it get away.
Alright. Oh, we already found this guy from earlier. Varmus. Okay, this is another boss fight. Oh. Classic. We stun it, and then we charge into the frickin' thing to destroy it. Well, I didn't expect to be fighting a boss right away. Maybe we should have waited a bit for doing that, but that's fine. We just have to charge into this thing a few times. And each time we do so, it does damage to him as well. So we couldn't have gotten the mech parts even if we tried. Ah! No, I didn't want to boost over the Fiend. Ah, wait, escaped because of that. Okay, we're gonna need to be smarter with how we do this. So Viola keeps getting... We keep getting Nata or Viola briefly, which we then have to go back on to. So we just have to keep charging this Farfiend's tail, really. That's all it is. There we go. Now we hit the Fiend again. Should probably be using our boost bar to get closer to it. It would help if we stopped jumping over the flippin' Fiend. Honestly, I like that this video is a bit longer though. It means we can get rid of all the other shenanigans. Okay. I'm guessing when we have to take out the final boss, we might either need 100% to complete it, or if not, we'll have to do some crazy shenanigans to get it done instead. I don't know. Since there is no other bosses in our areas, I assume this is the boss of Soul Valley, I assume. I don't know how else it would be possible to do stuff. Alright. Gonna give us the map part finally so we can get to a different area like Fairpool. It still has some collectibles in it anyway. Ah! Okay. What a surprising thing. We have to blow it up with a power bomb just to get the item we need. Alright. Powers fail for Galactic Federation Heavy Golem fully charged. It appears undamaged, guaranteeing no malfunction.
Great job, Samus. Now, if only there was a way to bring it back to base camp. Takabi is out in the desert, so you may want to ask him about it.
Alright. At least he tells us that Takabi might have an idea of how to do it. Or how to get that upgrade to us. Alright. As we collect more and more green energy crystals as well, we'll be able to more closely track down which ones we're missing. So, seeing nothing on here means we've gotten all the crystals near Fairpool already. Or at least near this particular area. But once we see a big energy crystal, it means we're getting closer to more crystals again. Well, Takabi is right on here. Interesting. This is where he ended up?
Samus, please, join me.
Okay. We were just trying to get a save point.
Do you feel that?
Alright.
Dry wind blows across the land. The sound of the breeze and the voices of the creatures that dwell here remind me of home.
Alright.
My family comes from a long line of hunters. Hunting is how we survived. Like my father and grandfather before me. Now, when I catch the scent of game in the wind, I remember those who came before. Anyway, I lose myself. I found something near the cargo launcher. I kept it, thinking it'll be of use to you. Here.
Oh. Teleporter chip. Chip displayed by Lauren. The Galactic Federation via 4 can modify it for use and embed it into a patch. Oh boy. That might have changed our plan. Alright.
Looks like you got something interesting. May solve our problem with the force field around Inferno Tower. Bring it on back to base camp so I can take a look.
Okay. Alright, Mackenzie. Hold on for a minute, because I'm not going to go that way anymore. Because I have to go and do our stuff. Starting in Fairpool. Actually, well, it doesn't matter. We have to go to Fairpool anyways, because remember, we're trying to save. This whole time we've been stopped from saving because of all our stuff. I think the smarter plan would have been to just ignore this cutscene setup, ignore the other cutscene shenanigans, save down in the mines before leaving it to then do the other save. I was right there too. I could have just ignored it, but I wanted to do more. I wanted this video to be more interesting. Well, we got our save here, but I still want to do more. See, I prefer the normal save. I'm used to Metroid Prime 1's original save system. So I will keep going usually until I get more saves. So if it means going a little bit further, that's fine. I did warn you guys, sometimes these videos might end up being longer, and I imagine they're only gonna get longer. They're only gonna get longer as we continue on, too. Alright. We might need teleporter stuff, because we need a mech part. But I don't think we can get that done yet, because we need to do other stuff. But before you can do that, we also have to go back and get our other scan stuff done. But at the very least now, our scan logbook's looking a lot better. There's only a few things missing in biology, which we'll have to get all of that before we go in. And then there's one more lore left, and that's about that. And the rest will be upgrades. And we still, of course, have tons of green energy crystals to collect. Other than that, we're at 86% items now. We're certainly getting towards collecting everything. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, rate, subscribe if you enjoyed this gameplay. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Comment, rate, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Bye.